what I want to do in this video is think a little bit about the estate tax. Estate tax, and as the name of the tax implies, it is a tax on someone's estate, or when someone passes away, it is a tax on what they want to leave behind to whoever they want to leave it to, either in their will or in their family or whoever they want to leave their stuff to. And sometimes it's referred to as an inheritance tax. Inheritance tax. And sometimes you'll hear it talk this way on the news. Maybe it's a little bit derisive. It's called a death tax. A death tax. And the general idea, let's say that right now my entire net worth, I am worth $3 million. I am worth $3 million. And then I pass away. So this $3 million goes into my estate. So this is my estate. And so this $3 million could be all of my savings, could be my stock portfolio, could be the value of my land, my real estate, everything I own, my car, everything combined is worth $3 million. It goes into my estate after I pass. And let's say I leave everything in my estate to my daughter. So I leave it to my daughter. It's at this point that the estate tax comes into question of how much money will my daughter get. It turns out for $3 million, my daughter is exempt from for inheritance from an individual. The first $5 million are exempt. So in this situation where I'm leaving $3 million for my daughter, she actually will get the entire $3 million. If let's say I'm even richer than that. Let's say that I have $6 million. So let's say the scenario where I have $6 million, it all goes to my estate. It all goes into the estate after my death. And now the first $5 million is exempt. So let me write my daughter over here. So my daughter will get the first $5 million tax-free. So $5 million tax-free. And then the increment above that exemption, the increment above what has been excluded, will then be taxed at a certain rate. And that rate is constantly changing. But for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to go with 35%. And that's actually the rate in 2011. So the rest of the 1 million, taxed at 35%. So the federal government will tax 35% of the 1 million, so they will essentially take 350,000 for themselves. 350,000 for themselves, and my daughter will be left with 5,650,000, right? Because of this million, you take out 350,000, you have 650,000 left. So my daughter in this situation will be left with 5 million, or maybe I could write 5.65 million dollars. So the federal government took 350,000. If I am super rich, let's say that I am worth, let me make a number to make the math easy so I don't have to get a calculator out. Let's say that I am worth $1,005 million. So this is my net worth. In this situation, the first 5 million will be excluded. So my daughter will get the 5 million. We'll get the 5 million directly. That will be excluded. And then everything above that will be taxed at the 35%. So in this situation, you have $1 billion taxed at 35%. So 1 billion at 35%. So in this scenario, the federal government will take $350 million. Would take $350 million, and so that would leave of this billion, 650 million left for my daughter. So in total, she would get this 650 million plus the 5 million that was excluded. She would end up with a total of $655 million. So I wouldn't feel too bad for her. She should be pretty okay. So that's just how the estate tax works. And these examples I gave with the 5 million that is excluded, this is for an individual when they pass away. If it's being done as a couple, this exemption is actually 10 million. So if between my wife and I, we have $1 billion, $5 million. And let's say I pass away and we own everything collectively. She actually gets the extra joint exemption passed on to her. And then if and when she passes away, this would be $10 million that will be tax-free. So in this scenario, if this is being done as a couple, my daughter would get the entire $6 million.